pandering to other world powers. I mean, you're the face of our country. You have no diplomacy, no.
Greetings, neighbors.
What time did you get to the camp?
What time was it? It took me about 6:30.
6:30?
6 o'clock, I guess, something like that, yeah. Yep.
Yeah, when we just arrived, it started snowing for a little bit.
I went through some of that. It was not enough to justify taking the pack off and putting the gear on, you know, so
yeah.
I just went on through it and dried out pretty quick.
Yeah.
Okay, the trough coming into view. And according to people coming down the mountain, this is the toughest part of the climb. It goes on for a long ways and it's steep. A lot of bouldering, scrambling.
You up.
You're fine. I don't want to. I'm in no rush. halt. I went to go around and came down this side, but this one was easy. It wasn't scary.
That was the crux, the hardest part of the trough. I should say the most technical part of the trough. And climbers have been blown off of this. Hi.
Move away.
Nope. Thank you for waiting. Yeah. Okay, looking ahead, this is more of the narrows. All right. How's it going?
Good. How you doing?
You're the guy that's camped next to it? Yeah, right, yeah.
I'm sure glad we camped there. That's been a nice little...
Yeah, man, I wouldn't have wanted to do that entire thing. That's a long hike. Yeah.
I hear you.
Although the backpack wiped me out yesterday, just
That's the trade-off, right? I
yeah,
mean,
right.
Leaving 10 pounds behind felt good. This is that trough was, I think, the worst of it.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what I'm hearing from everybody else, and I agree. Yeah. And the crux might be the difficult part in getting down. I think it was easier going up than coming down. Yeah.
All right. Well.
Oh, okay. So you guys are
up there. It's much calmer even on top than down on this.
okay. Yeah. Well, safe journey down the trough. And we're looking at the home stretch. And there's a summit just beyond that.
I would much rather go up this.
Yeah. So now I know how to come down it.
Yeah.
Butt slide.
Yeah, controlled.
It's the final stretch of the home stretch. I think the most precarious part of the climb. Slick rock, been worn down by climbers. Summit, LongsPeak, 14,259 feet.
I don't think I'm ever going to make it up there.
Yeah, well, I tell you, I'll scratch it off the list. This is, I've done it, so.
I went up to the keyhole, and the hiking I do for my waist run.
Well, yeah, I find that in general, hiking seems to help whatever issues. I know if I sit too much, I start having, little aches and pains here and there. If I get out and move around, it goes away. The group that I hiked up with, they had a guide. And so their packs were light. They had 25-pound packs.
Who carried everything?
Well, the guide carried, I guess, their tent and most of the stuff. I thought for sure they would have, packed it up somehow with, pack horses or mules or something. But they did.
The group you were with hired some people to carry them?
Yeah, well, the group I hiked up with, we were neighbors in the Boulder Field, so we kind of left at the same time and moving at about the same pace. And they had hired a guy from a local fly shop, and so he knew the way up. It's marked, but there are places where you can get off the trail, and he knew the best paths, so I kind of shadowed them on the way up.
So this guy carried most of their gear?
It did look to me like they only stayed one night.
Right.
But it didn't look to me like he had enough stuff on to justify, taking all the gear. He had a partner with him. But she wasn't carrying that much either. So I don't know how they did it.
12 hours and 5,000 feet's a lot.
Yeah, right.
At my age.
Well, a lot of younger people have problems with it too. I was talking to a young guy in the campground before I left, and he looked like an athlete. He's been a tall guy, probably about 6'5" or so, and he was sitting at the camp and said he was waiting on his buddy to come back down, and he had attempted LongsPeak 2 days in a row. Got to the home stretch, and the elevation got to him both days, so he didn't quite make it. Yeah, he was from out of state. He came from sea level. That might have been a problem.
Yeah.
But so do I, but I've been there for about 3 weeks, so I've had time to acclimate. I'm back. Mission completed.